Manual testing, we write the test scripts, test cases, and manually test the application by entering the data manually and verifying the results, and manually writing and analyzing, and as well as for backend testing, you write SQL queries manually and take the results and analyze them manually and verify them and make sure that the results are correct.
Correct. Right. So in manual testing, we write the test cases, we execute it manually, and we collect the data. Like we enter the data, and then we collect the results that are obtained in the application, and we are going to store it, and we compare, and we are going to analyze the results, right?
Correct.
So when it comes to automation testing, instead of we doing it manually, we are going to use a tool in order to test the application. Okay. So that means we are using a software in order to test another software. So the automation testing tool is nothing but a software, right?
Correct.
So we use a software tool in order to test another software. Here we are going to convert all the test scripts here. That is, okay, our test cases into test scripts. Okay?
Okay.
So what is the use of automation testing? Why do we really need automation testing? There are few things. Yeah. So there are few things that we can't do manually, right? Like multi-browser testing or parallel testing. Can we do parallel testing? That is executing the same test case on all the browsers at the same time. Is it possible by using manual testing?
Not really, unless you have 4 hands.
Okay. Then the second thing is, manual testing is a time-taking process, correct?
Yeah.
And suppose, for example, I am supposed to execute a particular scenario for 20 times a day. Okay? So, will you have the same kind of interest in executing the scenario as the first time when you are executing it for the 20th time?
No.
Obviously no, right? So
No.
when we repeat it for 5 times or 6 times, we will be losing interest because the result would be the same, right?
Yeah.
There may, like, when we will be feeling excited, only when we are able to identify defects, we will be feeling excited, right?
Yeah.
So repeating the same task for 10 times or 20 times will not give you much excitement. So when you lose excitement, you will not be able to identify defects, right?
Correct.
Then the next thing is, suppose for example, we spoke about parallel testing, right? So for parallel testing, if I am supposed to execute it manually, definitely I need multiple people. Even if I have multiple people also, simultaneous actions is not possible. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next thing is, manual testing in the sense manual, human is going to execute the test cases. So definitely we will be feeling tired of executing the test cases, right? So when you are tired, obviously you lose interest in executing the test cases, right?
Correct.
Then the next thing is we cannot repeat the same task. Suppose, for example, there is a scenario which involves mostly somewhere around 20 steps, something like that. Okay, if it involves more number of steps, obviously repeating it in the same way each and every time is not possible, right? You may be missing some or the other steps. So these are few drawbacks of manual testing. So in order to overcome these drawbacks, we are using automation testing. So okay, I have a small question over here. Is automation testing a replace of manual testing, or is this a continuation of manual testing?
It's not a replacement. That's what I personally feel.
Okay. Sure, right?
Yes.
Obviously, yes. It is not a replacement for manual testing. It is just a continuation of manual testing.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you perform manual testing and you feel that the application is stable, then we will be going for automation testing, right? Yes. Because if if the features in the application is changing very frequently, then we will not be able to develop our test script, right? So once you develop a script and the features in the application are changing, what happens? You are supposed to change the code also, right? So it would be hectic for us. So we should not go for automation until and unless the application is stable. Okay.
Correct.
So now, what are the uses of automation testing? Okay. So obviously, you can rely more on the results, because each and every time we can perform the same operation in the same way every time, right? And we get the exact result also, until and unless we provide the correct details, okay, correct data. Then the next thing is speed. So when we talk about speed, here I have a small doubt. Manual testing we are going to execute, right? When it comes to automation, we are asking the tool to execute the test script, right? So here what happens is, execution time is less, but it takes time for creating the test script. Okay, the code that we write in order to automate the application takes time. But once you are ready, once you are done and ready with the test code or the test script, it is easy for you to execute it. Okay. Then repeatable. Okay. So you can repeat the test n number of times and check, and we can check how it is performing. Okay.
Correct.
Then the next thing is, we can create the test script for an entire scenario, or you can create different scenarios, test scripts for different scenarios, and execute it in the same way each time, right? Okay.
Yes.
Then once you write the code, once you are ready with the code, you can execute it n number of times, right? Same code can be executed. Only the thing is, if there is a change in a feature, you can just adjust that particular code or that particular feature and execute it, right? The code is reusable. You can reuse the code on number of builds. Okay, because we are going to automation testing only once the application is stable. So when the application is stable, there will be only few features which will be getting updated, right?
Correct.
So we can reuse the same code on number of builds. Okay, fine. Now let's see when you have to use automation testing, or when you can use automation testing. Okay. The first and major thing that we have to remember is, we have to confirm, or the application has to be stable in order to start automation testing. Okay, until and unless the application is stable, we cannot go for automation testing. Okay. Then the next thing is, when you are supposed to perform testing on the application repeatedly. Okay. Then the next thing, yeah, the next thing we have discussed. Then, okay. So, if at all your application involves lot of steps, okay, then definitely you can go for automation testing, wherein you have to implement multiple steps, and each and every time you execute, you have to execute in the same way each time. Definitely you have to go for automation testing. Then the next thing is, if at all there is a need for executing huge amount of data, you have to execute with huge amount of data. So give me an example where you need to use huge amount of data. An example for that?
It could be the student database for a university, for the classes that they have registered, a payroll for a company.
Yes. Okay. Correct. So when you are testing the database, or when you are testing student list in a university, definitely it would be huge amount of data, right? Okay. So is it clear as of now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. And the last point is, if at all, like obviously we need to check whether the test case or the test suite is passed or has passed or failed, right? It is the major criteria, right? So that is the only reason why we are executing the test cases either manually or automating it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the major reason is to get whether the test is passed or failed, right? So this can be easily captured by using the automation tool. Okay?
Okay.
So what did you learn over here? Okay, before going to that, let me tell you when we are not supposed to use automation testing. Okay. So any idea when we should not use automation testing?
When the application is not stable.
Yes. When the application is not stable, yes, we should not use automation testing. Apart from that, any other idea?
When the criteria for pass and fail is not determined.
Okay. Any other idea? Ramya? Any other idea?
So when we don't have proper set of test data.
Okay. Okay. So Priya?
Yeah, just I couldn't think of anything. Just that it should be stable. Then we should be able to think that. Apart from that, I can't think of any other scenarios.
Okay. So what do you mean by ad hoc testing?
What testing?
Ad hoc testing.
Ad hoc.
Ad hoc. Okay. Okay.
Ad hoc is like randomly you test each feature without having a specific flow or a test case that you follow. It could be just a logging. You just start logging in with random numbers and then make sure that it doesn't break, and make sure you're able to log in and able to reset the password without following any specific test script. It's just ad hoc.
So it's just based on the user experience in the application.
Correct. So when we are performing ad hoc testing, okay, so obviously we will not go for automation testing. Okay. Then the next thing is, yeah.
So like you mentioned that the application has to be stable, right, before we write the test script. So let us say like we have a couple of defects and then like they fix the defect. Let's say they fix the defect, the set of defects, and then some other new defect is introduced, and then they fix that as well. So then we want to see the existing defects are also tested, right? And that time, so that the application is stable and it doesn't break anything. The code doesn't break anything. So in that scenario, if you want to test multiple defects, even though if it is not stable, is it a good idea to run this?
If it is not stable, then obviously going for automation is not suggested. Because yes, because you will be writing a code, right? We will be writing a code. If the application is not stable, what happens? For each and every statement or for few statements, it will fail, right? You will not be able to go further. Correct.
Okay.
So obviously, going for automation will give you many failures. Okay, once or if at all the application is not stable, obviously it will throw errors.
But the errors are due to the defect fixes, then it will find the errors, right? The automation. You can go ahead.
Correct. If it is related to the errors that is defect, obviously you will be able to catch it. But if it is throwing an error just because it is not built properly, or it is still under development, obviously we will not be able to raise a defect against that, right?
Yeah, not the completed one. Let's say when we are doing the different phases, and let us say like one particular phase, we are introducing a new feature, right? And then like existing defect, which we have already resolved, but they have introduced a new feature, and the new feature is creating the old defects to fail. In that scenario, maybe even though it's not,
Yes.
So
In this case, yes, we can identify defects in the features that are related to the newly added feature. Yes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Sure.
Then the next thing is when you have to execute the test only few number of times. Okay. Like it is not a critical application. It is just a static application. Okay. So repeating number of times will not give you any specific result, right? Because it is a static page, you will not get different kind of results, right? Then the next thing is, if at all you have to check the look and feel of the application, how your application looks and what is the color of the application and all. These things cannot be automated, right? You cannot automate the application color, layout and all, right? Is it clear? Okay, so we have seen what is automation testing, what are the uses of automation testing, and what is the need for automation testing, right? Okay. So let us see what is Selenium. Okay, let us get introduced to Selenium. Okay. So at the end of the session, we will be able to say what is Selenium, what are the advantages of Selenium. We can differentiate between Selenium and QTT, and we will be finally seeing components of Selenium. Okay.
Okay.
So Selenium, first of all, before going into Selenium or any other thing, let us discuss about something called what are the different challenges that we face when we are performing web testing. What are the major challenges that we will be facing in web testing?
Browser compatibility.
Yes.
And different operating systems.
Yeah, checking in different operating systems, right?
Yeah.
So the major challenges that we face is multi-browser testing and multiple operating systems testing, right? So obviously, when we are using manual testing, we will be checking it, right? Checking it manually. If at all I am supposed to use automation tool, obviously, multi-browser testing and multi-operating system is a major thing, right? So when you are using automation tool, it is the major criteria that we have to take into consideration, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Selenium is going to give an opportunity to work with multi-browser and multiple operating systems, okay? So Selenium is an open source automation testing tool, and it is mainly used for functional testing, okay? Selenium supports web applications and also some mobile applications also. We can perform testing using Selenium on mobiles also. There is another tool which is called Appium. Okay, Appium is nothing but the extension of Selenium only. Okay, so which can be used for performing mobile testing. Okay.
Have the spelling for that? What was the tool name of for the mobile?
IUM.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't get it, Priyanka. What is it? The spelling?
OPIUM.
OPION.
IUM.
IUN. Okay.
OPM. Okay.
OPN.
Okay. So you can use that tool in order to test your application, mobile applications in Android and Mac also, iOS also.
Okay.
Okay. So there are many tools that are available in the market, right? Like QTT, Selenium, SilkQA and all. But most of the people are preferring only Selenium because of its advantages, and also it is open source tool. Okay, so we have to remember one thing, Selenium is a functional test tool which can be used only for web-based applications. Okay,
Yeah.
Selenium is built only for web-based applications. Okay, So if at all our project, if there is a scenario like there is something which is a window based, okay, so obviously we cannot use Selenium. Okay, so people say that QTP can work on Windows based and web based. Correct. QTP will work on Windows based and web based, right?
Yeah, correct.
But Selenium cannot work on Windows-based application, which people say that it is a disadvantage of Selenium. Do you think it is a disadvantage of Selenium?
Yeah.
But actually, it is not a disadvantage. Okay? Because the major reason why I am saying it is not a disadvantage is when they were designing Selenium, their intention was to develop a tool which can be used exclusively for testing a web-based application. Okay, that means when my intention is only to make it work on web-based application, obviously there is no point in talking about Windows-based application, right? Testing a Windows-based application, right?
Yeah.
So one question, so yeah, it is web application, but it's still, like, however, we will be able to verify the database entries, right? Like, let's say the user
Yes.
clicks this, he does this, and then I should see this entry in this, in the DB, in this particular table, this is the values, etc. So those things we can do, right?
Correct. That we can do. We can establish a connection between database and our script. We can verify the database also. Okay. If you are talking about Windows-based application or a mainframe-based application or something, okay.
Yeah, sure. But also, like, bad jobs, those things, we cannot leverage that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, as Selenium's intention is not to support or is only to support a web-based application, it cannot be a disadvantage, okay? Because the scope of it is restricted to web applications only. Okay?
Okay.
Fine. So, and most of the projects nowadays are web-based applications only, right? So we can definitely use this tool. Okay? The most important feature over here is it supports multiple browsers. Okay? It supports multiple browsers. Here, it supports Google, Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera, Safari, and Firefox. Okay? And it also supports multiple operating systems also. So the most important feature which makes Selenium more popular is it works on multiple operating systems. It is the only tool which works on Windows, Linux, Solaris, and Mac. There is no other tool which works on cross platforms. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So Selenium also supports, as we have discussed, Selenium also supports mobile applications. So Appium is the other tool which is an extension of Selenium which provides support to iOS and Android. Okay, if we have knowledge on the Selenium tool, we can also work on mobile applications also. Okay, so that is the extensible platform support that we get when we are using this tool. Okay, we can also write the code in Java, C#, Ruby, Python, Perl and PHP. JavaScript also. It supports JavaScript also. Okay. So that means any language, if you are proficient in any one of these languages, you can easily use the same language for performing testing using Selenium. Okay. We can automate our Selenium API. We can use Selenium API to automate the web application. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the reason why you will be seeing many requirements in the market with the different combinations of Selenium with Java or Selenium with C# or Selenium with Python. Okay. So most of the people will be using Selenium with the Java and Selenium with Python. So these are the most commonly used languages for writing Selenium test case. Okay, Selenium code. So is it clear? So here Selenium supports multiple browsers, Selenium supports multiple operating systems, and it also gives opportunity for us to write or create the code in different languages. When whatever language you know, you can use it in order to write your Selenium code, right? So is it clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Priyanka, this is Param. I want to know what kind of experience do you need with the programming language?
See, as we are using the code or as we are using this language only for creating our test cases, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So we don't need proficient knowledge, okay? Expert level knowledge is not required, okay?
Okay.
So as a part of our course, we are also going through Java course, okay?
Oh, I see. Okay. So basically, we will be learning Java coding.
Yeah. So what is the basic knowledge that we need for Java, or what is the knowledge that we need for Selenium? Obviously, we are going to learn it in
Java.
our sessions. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Any doubt over here?
Yeah, you said you mentioned about a tool for the mobile application. So, like Selenium also offers all the advantages as this, as same as the tool, right? The OPIUN mentioned that. So Selenium supports equal whatever OPN is supporting the same thing, which we are going to cover. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So here, few students asked me about a scenario. Okay. That is, for example, my application is developed using C#. Okay. My application is developed using C#. Now, they asked that, can I use Selenium with Java even if my application is built on C#? Valid question, right?
Yeah.
So can we really use?
Yeah, we should write the script is that.
Yes.
Then it should.
Correct. Yes, we can use. We can use Java to automate the application built using C#. Okay. So the language which we use to write the automation code is independent of the language in which the application is built on. Okay.
Okay.
There is no interdependency between the language built and the language that we use for automation coding. Okay.
Okay.
The automation code and development code is independent of each other. So don't interlink both. So obviously we can use any of the language. Okay. Suppose if it is built on PHP, we can use Python or Perl also. Okay. So it totally depends upon what language we are proficient of. That's it. Okay. In which language we can create the test cases matter. Okay. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes.
So when we were discussing about the browser, Param was Param, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So you were saying that we cannot get stability in different browsers, right? So this is the major thing that we have to consider, correct?
Yes.
So when we are using Selenium, we can get same kind of stability in all the browsers. Okay. Same kind of response we can get in all these browsers. Okay.
So we will be able to identify any issues if we are facing in that case. Let's say we are testing an application. I go and click on a web page. I click on this button, then this should show up or something. So it shows in Google Chrome and it doesn't show in Firefox. Then we'll be able to immediately identify, okay, in Firefox it's not working. So, right, that type of thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are the major advantages of Selenium?
It's an open source tool.
Yes.
Supports multiple operating systems.
Okay.
Multiple browsers.
Yes.
All day.
So yes, it is an open source automation tool. It supports multiple operating systems. It also supports multiple browsers. And we also can use any language for writing a Selenium code. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah. So these are the major advantages why most of the people are using Selenium for this automation testing. Okay.
Yeah.
So the differences between Selenium and Qtp. Anyone are aware of Qtp?
Who? QTP. No.
Yeah. Okay. Qtp.
Yeah, we just used to run the automation. GTP. I haven't done any coding.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in general, it is all Windows based. Windows specific. They want to keep it proprietary thing kind of. So that's what I heard about it.
Okay. So when we take Selenium, it works on multiple browsers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can perform testing on multiple browsers. But QTP is restricted only to IE browser.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. So if at all we have to perform testing on other browsers, we have to purchase the license. We have to purchase the plugins for that. Okay.
Yes.
But Selenium is by default, it gives us an opportunity to test to perform tests on multiple browsers. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Then the next thing is Selenium is open source, as you know. Directly we can go to Selenium website, download the jar file, and we can start using the application. Okay.
Yeah.
Start writing our code for automating our application. Okay. But when it comes to QTP, it is a licensed tool.
Yes.
Okay. It is a licensed tool. So you have to purchase the license, and obviously it would be we have to pay HP guys like something like in lakhs of rupees. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the next thing is we can work on any browser. Okay. we use Java scripting, which is platform independent. Okay. When we talk about QTP, it works only on Windows. Here we can perform testing on. When we talk about Selenium, we can perform testing on multiple operating system. It is not restricted only to Windows, right? You can use Selenium on any browser. See, even if it is a Mac, also you can perform automation testing using Selenium. It supports Mac also, right? So when it comes to QTP, it only supports Windows. Then the different languages. You can use Java, C#, Perl, Python, PHP, any language. But when it comes to QTP, you have to use only VB scripting. Okay? Even if the application is built on Java, you have to use only VB. Okay? There is no other option. So is it clear?
So I have one question.
If QTP is used at all now, or ignore it? Not used.
People use nothing like that, okay? So people use QTP also.
Yeah, but so many limitations, right? You only, if you know VB script, there are a lot of Java devs available compared to what VB script and all that. So, wondering in the real world if it is used by anyone.
Correct. But still people use QTP when if it is a Windows-based application. If you are supposed to test a Windows-based application, obviously we cannot go for Selenium. So there are few cases where you will be going to QTP also. Okay. So few people have been using QTP from so long. Okay. So they have confidence on that tool. Obviously they will be using only that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
can Selenium run on can run parallel test on multiple browsers?
yes, we can perform like parallel testing on multiple browsers. Yes. So that is a major reason. Yes.
Yeah.
Parallel testing in the sense that, right? Parallel testing in the sense performing testing parallelly on different browsers, right? Yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, also on the same browser we can do parallel testing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Selenium has four different components. Okay. So the first one is Selenium IDE, which is Integrated Development Environment. Then the next one is Selenium RC, that is Remote Control. Then the next thing is Selenium WebDriver. And finally we have Selenium Grid. Okay. So Selenium IDE is just an integrated development environment which comes as an add-on for Firefox browser. Okay, it is just an add-on for Firefox browser. So it works only on Firefox, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it is just a record and playback tool. IDE is just a record and playback tool. You just can record a scenario and you can execute it. So it doesn't mean that you cannot write anything. We can write, but it will not be like a code that we write, okay? So we will be seeing the tool, then you will get to know what exactly is this IDE and all. But here we are not going to write any code, okay? We will not be writing any code.
Good question. The one that you do recording, could you edit it? Like with your own, like if you can open the file and edit it and then save it, or is it not editable?
Yeah, you can edit it. Okay,
Yeah.
editing.
What language does it use the recording then?
There is no language, okay? There are just three things that are there in Selenium IDE. We will be seeing it, okay? So here the thing is we have to identify. Yes, Selenium is commands, okay? So we are not going to write anything.
Okay.
It would be it will not be, it will not look like a code. Okay.
Okay.
It is just you are going to first identify the object in the application. You are going to perform some kind of operation on it. That's it. So you are not going to write it. The code, you will not be able to see any code. Okay.
Okay.
So
It's just a recording that is playback.
Yes, but you can edit. What you can edit only few things. Okay. Like you can change the object identification locator.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think at this point of time you will not get a clear idea if I'm talking more about these locators and all. Okay. So once
we can assume that Selenium IDE is just for development. It's just like similar to Eclipse. So we can assume like that.
No, it is not like Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse is different. Okay, so in Eclipse you will be able to see the code. Correct. You are going to write the code in Java. Correct. But here we are not going to write anything. Okay, so we can just record. We'll be finding only few things that we can write. Okay. But it is not a code. It is not visible as a code. Okay.
I see. Okay. Probably when we look at it, then we'll understand.
Yes. When you see the tool, then you will be able to understand it more keenly. Okay. Otherwise, you will get distracted. Okay. So the second thing is Selenium RC. RC is remote control, which is the earlier version of Selenium. First version of Selenium. Okay. Selenium RC. So it is a server version of Selenium. That means if at all I have to execute my test case, what I have to do is I have to start the server, Selenium server first. Okay. First of all, we have to start the Selenium server, then we have to execute the code. Otherwise, it will not execute. Okay. Is it clear? So let us see. Selenium RC is the older version. Okay. Selenium WebDriver is the latest version. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we are talking about the Selenium RC or WebDriver, we are going to write code. Okay, we will be using Java for writing the code. Okay, so where we are going to write the code? We will be using Eclipse for writing the code. Okay, so here we have to remember one thing. Okay, Selenium is, as I said, Selenium is an automation tool, right?
Yeah.
The thing that we have to remember is Selenium is not a tool. It is not visible to us like a tool. Okay. Selenium is just a jar file.
Yeah.
We have to download and integrate it with Eclipse, and we are going to write the entire Selenium code in Eclipse itself. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the IDE, Selenium IDE doesn't come into picture at all. Even though we mentioned that, it is the
correct
virtual.
So we, like when we are working in real time, we are not going to use Selenium IDE at all. Okay, so we will be using Selenium WebDriver. Is it clear?
Right, that's the latest version of Selenium. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Priyanka, what is the Eclipse?
Eclipse is a tool where we write the Java code. Okay, Eclipse is an IDE. IDE for writing the Java code.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, so don't worry. Eclipse. ECLIPSE. Okay.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. So don't worry about all those things. I'm going to show you how to download Eclipse, how to like work with Eclipse. Everything I'll be taking care about it. Okay. So no need to worry. Clear? So this is the editor. Okay. Editor in this is the place where we write the code. Okay. So this is the editor where we write the code. So in order to execute this, what we have to do is, there will be this server over here, okay? This is the RC server, or we call it as proxy server. Okay. So whatever code we write over here in the editor will be Selenium code, okay? And this RC server or the proxy server is going to convert this Selenium code into JavaScript. Okay. So this is the browser first of all. Okay.
You mentioned RC server. Does it mean remote control server?
Remote control server. RC server in English is remote control server.
But we will be using Selenium WebDriver, so we will be coming to that later.
Yeah. We'll discuss about that also. So first of all, let's discuss about what is RC server and why it is depreciated. Then we'll go for Selenium WebDriver. Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
So this proxy server is going to convert the Selenium code into JavaScript. Okay. So remember one thing: not all the browsers will be understanding this Selenium code, right? Definitely, they will not be understanding the Selenium code. So Java or this proxy server is going to convert this Selenium code into JavaScript, which will be understandable by the browser. Okay, but each and every time when you are executing the test cases, you are supposed to start the server first. Okay, before executing the code, you are supposed to start the server first. Okay. If you are not starting the server, obviously it will not execute because our browser will not understand the Selenium code. Clear? So,
where the server will be located? RC server in our machine actually, like.
Obviously it will be in like we are going to start it by using command prompt. Okay. So it is not.
I think what she wants to know where it would be, so it would be downloaded locally on your machine, right?
Yes, it will be on your machine. Okay, it is. You are not going to install it. Okay. Installation is not required. It will be downloaded. You have to start it by using your command prompt.
Okay.
Okay. So each and every time starting the server and then going for execution is a big problem, right? Correct or not?
Yeah.
So this is the major drawback of Selenium RC. Okay. So this is the major reason why Selenium RC got depreciated. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Selenium WebDriver, now there is no proxy server in between. Okay. This is the editor where you write the code. Okay. Where we write the code, and this is our browser or our application under test. Okay. So what happens is directly whatever code we write, okay, in Selenium WebDriver, this will be converted into JavaScript. Okay, it will be converted into Java. Okay, it is not like it will be converted into JavaScript, but it is going to convert it into the browser understandable language. Okay, so we can perform testing on multiple browsers, right? So it totally depends upon what language it is used, which language is used in order to develop the browser. It totally depends upon that. See, so the code that we write over here will be converted into the application or browser understandable language. Okay. That means, suppose for example, if you take IE browser. IE browser is built on C# or C. So obviously it will talk to the browser in the browser understandable language. So obviously it is flexible, right? Suppose for example, if few people know French, if I'm explaining in French, it will be very comfortable for them, right?
Yes.
Like that. Okay. So this is the major feature of WebDriver. It directly talks with the browser. Okay.
Yes.
So there is no unlike RC, there is no server in between the editor and the browser. Clear?
Yes.
Now when it comes to Selenium Grid is nothing but a tool which is used for performing parallel testing. Okay, we can use Selenium Grid for performing parallel testing in different systems also.
Good.
Priyanka, you said hardware.
No? Hardware?
Did you say hardware? Which testing? Grid is?
I didn't say hardware, okay? It is a tool. It is a tool which is used for performing parallel testing.
Parallel testing. Okay, thank you.
Okay, it is used for performing parallel testing. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Selenium. So Selenium IDE is a tool, record and playback tool, which can be performed only on Firefox browser because it is a plugin for Firefox browser. Okay. So you can write scripts, you can develop scripts, but it will not look like your JavaScript. Okay. It will not look like your Java. Now when it comes to Selenium RC, it is the server version of Selenium. So here you can use multiple languages. You can perform multi-browser testing and multi-operating system testing also. Okay, but when it comes to Selenium IDE, it works only for Firefox. Okay. Then when it comes to Selenium WebDriver, So as I said now Selenium RC is depreciated. So from 2011 onwards, we are not using Selenium RC. We are using Selenium WebDriver. Okay. So the only thing is, both are the same. Okay. Why I'm saying same is Selenium RC is 1.0 or 1.0. Okay, and Selenium WebDriver is 2.0. It is just a version difference. That's it. Okay. Version difference. That's it. So Selenium 2 is also, you can perform multi-browser and multiple operating system testing. Okay. So WebDriver is the most commonly used tool for performing regression testing. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Then when it comes to Selenium Grid, we can run huge number of test cases simultaneously. Okay. So is it clear?
Yeah.
In this session,
Yeah,
we have learned.
So Priyanka, we almost need everything except RC, I guess, right? We don't
Yes.
necessarily need RC, but we do need IDE. We also need Selenium WebDriver. We also need Selenium Grid, right?
Yes. See, the Selenium IDE we are just going to see, okay? But in general, we are going to use Selenium WebDriver.
Okay, got it. Okay, and then the Grid too, no?
Yes, Grid also.
Okay.
So the grid does mean that does it also we will be able to do load testing, parallel testing in the sense is there any
Testing, yes. Parallel testing, yes, we can do. Load
Yeah.
testing, we cannot do, okay? Because this is not meant for load testing.
Not meant for it. Okay.
So, any queries about the session? Okay. So, Priya, tell me what
Yeah.
are the advantages of Selenium?
Yeah, like versus QTP or in general Selenium.
In general.
Advantages. Yeah, it's used for load testing, and then like if you are able to do it in any language, you can write that, and you can support multiple operating systems. It supports multiple browsers, so basically platform independent, right? So that's what is the major thing, and also it's user friendly. In the sense, like any QA we want to write, we can write it in either Perl or Java, whatever we want. So these are the advantages we can look at. And then you said the parallel testing, we can do multiple testing across different browsers at the same time. We can run this test so we can evaluate that. These are some of the things which I can think about.
Okay. Ramya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me the use of WebDriver.
Yeah, WebDriver, that is the latest version of Selenium 2.0. So the Selenium WebDriver, it directly interacts with the browser without any conversion of the code. And unlike that Selenium RC, so we use the Selenium WebDriver for that. Yeah.
Param.
I'm sorry, Priyanka, what was the question?
I didn't wait. Like, I'm going to ask you a question, okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, why do you use Grid?
Grid is for if we need to test big chunk of data.
Okay. So, I didn't get the other name.
if we need to test big chunk of data and parallel testing. Parallel testing, no?
Yes, parallel testing.
So parallel testing, what it means, like simultaneously testing on the same same test case on multiple browsers?
Yes, you also can perform testing on different system also.
Different systems also, okay.
Yes. Okay, so as of now, I am going to show you how to download IDE. Okay, tomorrow before we start the session, you have to be ready with the IDE. Yeah?
For some reason it was echoing. I don't know, it's only for me.
Yes. Even I am able to hear my voice.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how to download IDE. Okay. So remember one thing, when you are supposed to download IDE, Selenium IDE, you have to use only Firefox browser. Okay. This is because, as I said you, it works only for, it is an add-on for Firefox and it works only for Firefox. You have to open only in Firefox browser. Okay, clear? And don't don't try to download in Chrome and ask it is not working. Okay, is it clear?
I've already downloaded IDE.
Oh, great. seleniumhq.org. Go to this website. Okay.
seleniumhq.org.
Yes. So you can see Selenium IDE over here.
Yeah, that's driver both.
Click on from addons.mozilla.org. You can see here. Are you all following?
Yeah.
Okay. So click on Add to Firefox. Okay. Then click Install. It will ask to restart the browser. Click Restart now.
Good.
Priyanka, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't have two PCs, so I'm just trying to go to different windows. I'm on seleniumhq.org under downloads. What should I download?
Just to scroll down, you will be able to see Selenium IDE.
Selenium IDC, okay.
IDE.
IDE, okay. Selenium IDE. IDE, okay. Download version 3.4.0.
See here. Just see my screen first.
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Okay. So just scroll down. You will be able to see this type. Selenium IDE.
Okay, perfect. Hold on 1 second. I'll be there. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. There you will be finding from download latest released version.
Okay. Yep. From add-ons.
Yes.
Mozilla.org. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yep.
On Add to Firefox.
perfect. Yep. Okay. It's
Click install.
install. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
It will ask you to restart the browser.
Restart now.
Click
Okay.
restart browser.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's restarted.
Okay. Do you see any icon?
1 second. Accelerate. No.
See.
Yeah.
Can you see this icon over here? Open menu.
Open menu. Okay.
Menu on your browser.
Okay. Open menu. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You can see developer.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
On the browser, on the
Yeah.
right side of your right side corner
Yeah.
of the browser, you see menu.
Yes, I do see the menu. Yeah.
Click on that.
Okay. Clicked on it. Yeah.
Can you see different options over here?
Yes. Developers. Yeah.
Yeah. Click on that. Click on developer.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
So you can see IDE, Selenium IDE over here.
Perfect. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Click on that. So
Okay.
everyone do the same.
Okay.